Hi guys, so today I want to share another story with you. Today I want to talk about Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Dorit, Kemsley, Lisa Rinna, and Andy Cohen's delusional response to LVP not showing up for the reunion. So if you watch my videos, you have heard me say 1,000 times, maybe 1,000,000 times, that my sister is in the business. She's an actress. I know a lot of people behind the camera, I know tons of writers and producers. I kind of grew up in the business. And I have seen firsthand what Hollywood can do to some people. Not just Hollywood, show business. I have seen firsthand what show business can do to people. And what it does to people, if you're not strong, is really turn you into a shallow, empty shell of a person because you go through life worried about the wrong things. And one of the things that they always worry about is how is this going to look to the public? And that can lead to you making bad decisions because we all know at the end of the day, there's absolutely no way to determine what people really think or how they're going to feel. It also gives you this group mentality. That's how I want to explain it. It's like, okay, let's say everyone's saying Usher's the #1 artist this year. Even if you don't think so, you start giving Usher respect just because of the way that everyone in your circle is reacting to Usher. And I'm going to call this condition hogwash. This group definitely has been hogwashed. And they really do think the things that they say make sense. They have no idea they've been hogwashed. So I shouldn't be too surprised when they released their statements yesterday about LVP not returning. But at the same time, I'm quite surprised because I'm not hogwashed. I'm a commoner and I'm thinking this is just a bunch of BS. So let's start with the biggest swine in the group that gave the harshest reply, in my opinion. So they're asking everyone, how do they feel about Lisa Vanderpump not showing up? And Andy Cohen actually said these words out of his mouth. He said at the end of the day, he thought that she was going to come. Okay, he really did, because he didn't think what happened was not that deep. Like it's no big deal what happened to her. No big deal at all. He said that if she would have came, he was for sure that the woman would have resolved their issue. How do you resolve an issue when someone says, you're a liar, I don't believe a word you say, even if you take a lie detector test, you're a liar. And until you commit to that, we're done. Where do you see the resolution, Andy? I'm sure this idiot wouldn't have that same reaction if, God forbid, something happened to his son. Even worse, let's say his son committed suicide. He would not have that attitude like, oh, these women attacking me, it's no big deal. I've been through this before. Sometimes things happen to you in life, Andy, where it cripples you and you can't go on. And one of those things is suicide. Let's go on to another swine that never mentions suicide. Let's go on to Dorit. Dorit feels that Lisa should have came with her head held high and her shoulders up. I don't know, she was talking some nonsense. But the biggest thing that she said that stood out in my mind is that she called Lisa Vanderpump a coward for not returning to the show. Let me get this straight. Dorit thinks LVP is a coward for being emotionally damaged because of a suicide in her family and not wanting to deal with the lady's BS. That's a coward to you, Dorit? I mean, I hate to do it to you, Dorit, but let me give you a definition of a real coward. That would be someone that breaks up a marriage and has a husband that's a crook that owes money to everyone around town. However, you two keep lying about it. That's my definition of a coward. And then there's bobblehead Lisa Rinna. She actually said that she wished LVP would have came because if she came, she would have asked her why. Why is she calling them bullies and mean girls? This is not a joke, people. It's not a joke. She really said this. I mean, here's a couple things that LVP probably would have told you if you had a chance to ask her. She probably call you a bully and a mean girl because she probably could see right through you. You're doing all of this so you could be the next Lisa Vanderpump, which you will never be. Because I have a feeling that Rinna really believes now that LVP's out the picture that she could be in the main spot. You will never be as classy as LVP. What part don't you get, bobblehead? Now you see why I say this group has been hogwash? They have really forgotten that people outside this group take suicide very seriously. And even worse, most people wouldn't take suicide as an opportunity to drag someone else down so you could take their place. Who does that? Oh, I guess I just answered my question. The women of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And the rest of the girls all gave some kind of answer as to they wish she would have came. It was only one person, and that's Camille, that even gave LVP any kind of empathy. She said she felt for Lisa, she understood, she wished she would have came, but she understood. So as you see, after all this time that has passed, none of those women have changed their opinion. They still have the hogwash mentality. They still think they're all right. And nobody, not one person, has brought up the fact that Lisa is dealing with a suicide and how horrible that is really disgusting. So I'm really thinking, in my opinion, that's a good thing that Lisa didn't show up. These women would have really just tore into her and really took a chance to beat up on her while she was down. Or at least that's my opinion of the whole thing. But as I say in every single video, we all have our different opinions, and that just happens to be mine. So what I want to know in my comments section is, why do none of these women, including Andy, ever bring up the fact that Lisa is dealing with a suicide? Why do they always skip over that? Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that notification button for more stories like these. Until next time, talk to you then. Bye.